What's up, taters? This is Tree from treeoflogic.com. I have a very, very unique video to give you today from a very interesting story. You're gonna love this one actually because it goes down several rabbit holes, but it's in reference to a statue that was vandalized. It was broken. That was made of Breonna Taylor. Now, there's a lot of things to talk about this, but let me go ahead and give you guys a little backstory. So, a busted sculpture in honor of Breonna Taylor was smashed to pieces on Saturday, just 2 weeks after it was installed downtown, prompting police to launch a vandalism investigation. Sculptor and Oakland residents Leo Carson, by the way, let me tell you something about this. Leo Carson, you're going to see a video of him. He's white, and he lives in the white suburban gated area of Oakland. He put this sculpture down a rundown area, which is heavily populated by black people in Oakland. Now, if you can tell, not by the fact that you got black people all over the place, but you have a lot of graffiti everywhere. Okay, you have a lot of graffiti everywhere. You have a lot of people walking about. You know, you can see the surroundings. Look, the cardboards and everything. This is when they had the riots, and those stores are still boarded up. This is not, and of course, wherever there's a bus station, there's always black folks. So, you know, basically, this is not the good section of Oakland. So he put it in an area without a permit, without the permission of the city officials in that part of Oakland, or Oakland together, because you can do anything in the black community. And I just want to show you how this is the beginning of a nice hustle. This is how you finesse the black community, and I'm showing you how it starts from beginning to end. So the sculpture name is Leo Carson, called the vandalism an act of racist aggression against Taylor. And I'm going to debunk this real easily, because who's to say somebody white did that? You have this on the corner of Oakland in a heavily populated black community area. So you're saying that it's not possible for black people to do this? And I got evidence that black people do this. I got nothing but evidence that black people do this. So I'm gonna show you them evidence, them receipts in a minute. But the thing about it is that you can do stuff like this. Like you see this little girl with the nice bush ponytail. You cannot make this in the white community. You can't do that in their community. But you can put a very cheap statue, okay, that was made of ceramic and foam. It was cheaply done. Look, let me show you. Like this is ceramic, and there's a very cheap foam like ceramic, and he put foam inside of here. Now, there's a chance that black people did this because they were insulted that instead of you having a bronze statue of Breonna, you decide to make a cheap clay. No, this probably is clay, not ceramic. Clay. Let me take that away. Clay and foam. All right. So this right here is cement. They got a cement block here, but it's hollow cement. Right? It's not complete cement. So, and the statue itself, right? This is a very ugly look. This is very ugly, by the way. Y'all made her look like this. They probably basically destroyed it because it was hideous and cheap. But let's look at this video here of the artist, and I'm gonna show you the finesse game, honey. Let me tell you, because I told you one thing about the BC. Their purpose is to be finessed on. Their purpose is to make other people rich while you continue to make them think that they're oppressed. Oh no, God, I'm the victim of systemic racism. This and the other. This is how you get your coin on. All right, let me show you the hustle.
Sculpture of Breonna Taylor in downtown Oakland was vandalized over the weekend. It was installed just 2
all white people. Let me ask you something. Can black people, let's say for instance, there's a statue of a white person that most white people in the community love. I can't think of one at the moment because I have been bombarded with all these criminal black martyrs. But let's John Wayne. I can't think of anybody, but let's pick one, And if black people was to make a statue, even if it's a bronze statue, if they was to make a bronze statue, do you think white people would let them put that statue anywhere in their community, especially without a permit? Do you think it could be any size, any weight, any structure placed anywhere in it? No. But you could do anything you want as long as it looks like a cover for you catering to the victim narrative of the BC. So once again, like I said, there's nobody black doing this. It's all white folks, so they can basically go brag to their very rich friends about how they're so accepted in the black community and this, that, and the other. It's a money grab. This is a money grab in the beginning stages. So I'm gonna show you how it's gonna work.
Weeks ago, as another symbol honoring the Black Lives Matter movement. The local artist who created it wanted to pay tribute to the 26-year-old woman who was shot and killed by Louisville police back in March. KTVU's Alyssa Harrington tells us the artist believes the vandalism was an act of racism.
It's infuriating and it's saddening.
Artist Leo Carson stands near a broken bust of Breonna Taylor in downtown Oakland. He made this sculpture as a tribute to the young EMT.
Look how cheap this look how cheap it is. Look how cheap. Hold on. Let me see if I can go back to that again. Hold on a second.
Downtown Oakland. He made this sculpture as a tribute to the young EMT.
Look at this. Look at this. Clay and foam, baby. Clay and foam. And he just dropped it in a black neighborhood like, here you go. You can have my party for me later.
Tea worker killed by police in Louisville, Kentucky. Carson said he hoped this piece of artwork would energize the Black Lives Matter movement.
I've been out in the streets a lot, protesting and organizing, and seeing all the art and the around is really, it makes you feel.
By the way, this guy, let me see if they show
more
him
powerful, and so I want to just
look at that. Look, the foam is even coming out of this cheap statue.
add my voice to that chorus.
But now the sculpture is in pieces, just 2 weeks after it was installed. It's unknown who damaged it or the motive behind it.
So he just want to go down in the White Book of Fame, Hall of Fame, as one of the SJWs, or as someone who wants to show how down he is for the Black Lives Matter movement. And it's a money grab. Because like I said this on my show last night, I said that Black Lives Matter allow these Marxists, these communists to come into their organization, something that Malcolm would have never done. When white people are like, what can we do to help you, Malcolm? Malcolm said, nothing. Just stay out of our way. We don't invite you guys to come into our movement, because they'll use the movement to get rich off of. Because look what happened with Black Lives Matter. This article right here was written last week on December the 16th. So since May of this year, okay, because remember, May is when they had the whole George Floyd thing. Black Lives Matter raised $10.6 billion. I'm going to say that again, $10.6 billion. Now you have to ask yourself, how much of that went into the black community? Zero. How much of that went into black schools? Zero. How much of that went into black programs? Zero. None of this money went into anything that helped black people as a community or as individuals. Unless you are part of the founders of Black Lives Matter, then you're actually rich. Because you started this Marxist movement to get rich off of, but with no intention of helping the black community that you think that you proclaim to be a part of. And this is why I keep saying that the BC's purpose on earth is to make other people rich, including black people. Okay? So the thing about it is that when you keep thinking you're oppressed, when you keep thinking you're victimized, then guess what? People are going to make those thoughts come to fruition. That's why I will never tell anybody I'm oppressed. because therefore I'm putting words to power to be a victim of oppression. And this right here, all these people who died for BLM, all these people who went to jail for BLM just to make them rich, $2.6 billion. That's the same thing this guy is about to do too. And guess what? Black people gonna let it happen. They're gonna like, oh, you can use us as long as you make a new statue with the Breonna Taylor, it's gonna be okay.
In the vandalism, but Carson believes it was an act of racism.
It's not just an attack on me or the sculpture, it's an attack on the Black Lives Matter movement, and it's an act of racist aggression.
The sculpture.
By the way, he's been at this statue all night giving interviews. He's been at this statue all night, and he's still giving interviews today because he has a GoFundMe. Yeah, he's about to get rich off of you, but not off of black people, off of white people too, because white people are going to look at this and go, oh, how dare they do that? Where can they give you money to make a better sculpture? This sculpture probably costs less than $200 to make. Remember, it's made of clay and foam, and this right here is the only thing in hollow cement. Clay and foam and hollow cement. Under $200 easily.
Is made out of clay, wood, concrete, and foam.
See, told
People
you.
Passing by were disappointed.
See, here's what I remember. I told you that. See, I told you. Clay. Okay, I missed the wood part. Clay, foam, cement, and wood. So the wood and the cement are for the stand, and then the clay and the foam is for the actual statue itself. Lord have mercy. I wouldn't be surprised if black people destroyed this ugly statue because it was cheaply done. They probably see, oh, I could get rid of this easily, and made it cheaply. By the way, all black people are not for Breonna Taylor. Once again, you guys keep getting mad at Joe Biden saying that black people, Hispanics and Latinos are the most diverse minorities in the world, in America. And then black people are like, we black people are diverse. No. If black people was diverse, you would not get mad at black people who don't think like the tribe. That's the thing, like this. But I'm going to show you how black people can easily have destroyed this statue, because in Atlanta, in DC, in New York, there has been tons of reports of historic black statues being destroyed by other black people, okay? And especially in DC, where I came from, I have seen it done personally for Mary McLeod Bethune. I've seen her statue destroyed. I've seen some other scholars and professors be destroyed, including a couple of Martin Luther King statues in Atlanta that has been vandalized. So let's look at this. This Martin Luther King statue, it's a bronze statue. It was in Houston. Well, it's still in Houston, and it was vandalized. This was back in 2014 or 2015. So here we go. Let's look at this. Houston police were called to McGruger Park Friday night after the Martin Luther King Jr. statue was damaged during what appeared to be an act of vandalism. A city park ranger doing routine checks around 11 p.m. noticed two men. I gave it away. Two men striking the 120,000 bronze statue with a metal object, according to city report. $120,000. This statue cost $120,000, less than $200. When the ranger approached the alleged vandals, they fled the scene. The report only described the suspects as two black males. Ranger noticed minor damage on the back of the statue, which was unveiled in May. Houston police officers were also called to the scene to file a report. So let me just go to show you that when this came out, it was only talked about online. It was never revealed on TV, on mainstream media, that this was done by two black males, because they wanted everyone to know back during that time, because this is during Obama's time as president, that it was reported that this was an act of vandalism. But when the police or when the rangers reported that no, it was two black males, guess what? Crickets and owls. They didn't want to talk about the story anymore. So once again, if this is discovered, if it's discovered that black people destroyed this statue, you're not going to hear about it. They're going to drop the subject. However, you're not going to hear the artist, Leo, what is his name? Leo, whatever. Let me go here. Hold on a second.
Said he
protesting.
You're not going to see him make a big fuss about it because that's going to affect his money. Now let's look at how he's finessing everybody, both black and white. He got to GoFundMe, right? For this cheap statue, he said he's going to take all these pieces and put them together. Why would you do that? So let me show you the hustle, y'all. Let me show you the hustle. Hold on, let me refresh this because I saw, oh, wow. Oh my God. So let me tell you how they're going to do the hustle, right? He has the goal at $5,000, all right? So it's going to go up to $10,000 and it may go up to $30,000. It depends on how much outrage it is. I don't know if it's going to get a lot of outrage. I'm not sure. The white liberals are definitely going to put a lot of money in this. Black people in the black community are going to put a lot of money in this. Okay, but the goal of this person, right? This is the goal of him. This is his goal, right? His goal is to get to $100,000. And so the hustle is that you don't start off with $100,000. You start off really small. And then when you pass that, because this is what King Face did, who's still alive, by the way, that video's coming. This is what Grandmaster Jay, that's what he did. They started off low and then they increased the amount. They increased the amount as they saw that money was pouring in. So right now he started off low at $5,000 and then he's going to move up to probably $10,000 or maybe $20,000. And then when there's a real big outrage, he's going to move it up to that $100,000 goal. That's how it's going to work. Okay, because when people see that this is the hustle. When people see that you have exceeded your goal, they're not going to donate no more anymore. For the most part. So right now he has $5,000. He's going to probably peak at $8,000. And once he peaks at $8,000, he's going to raise it up to $10,000 or maybe $20,000 or $30,000. But the ultimate goal is to get six figures. The ultimate goal is to get $100,000. Watch the hustle. I'm going to keep my eyes on this because I know for a fact white people did not boldly go in there and destroy this statue. Did we not learn anything from the Jussie Smollett case? Did we not learn anything from Juicy? No. Come on now. Him saying that two Trump supporters wearing red mega hats came in there and did that thing to him. No, I didn't buy that. As soon as I read it, I was one of the very few handful of people who called this out upon reading the story for the first time. And then everybody else began to catch on. But I know a lie when I hear one, and I see a hustle when I see one. And this here is a money grab. Because if you were sincere, you would not have made this. You would have made basically a GoFundMe from the giddy up. Say, listen, I want to make a bronze GoFundMe, but I don't have the money. Let's get the money. Well, no. Nobody's going to give it to you. They need to be outraged. And this is how you get people to be outraged. When people are outraged, they will go into their pockets. That's what they will do. And this is one of the examples of how people use the BC to basically get rich. All right. We learned this from the Black Lives Matter movement, $10.6 billion, and none of that's helping black people. All right. And now we got a white guy who's actually going to use his cheap statue to get paid. And guess what? It's going to work. I'll keep my eye on this GoFundMe, and of course, be prepared for I Told You So video to come down the pipe. And yeah, I'm just basically happy to see one at the giddy up where I can expose it upon sight. So if you like this video, give it a like. Also, let me know what you think about this hustle. Are you impressed? Or how much do you think he's going to get on the GoFundMe? Do you think he's going to get more than $100,000? Or do you think it's going to peak at $50,000? I would love to hear what you have to say. If you're new to my channel, be sure to subscribe. And I will see you guys, since today, Monday, I will see you at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. Later, taters.